you can actually outtrade if you do well, with the with level 2 W passive.
Right.
Um, let's see.
hmm Okay, so same as before. Every time we start a review, we look at the things you can fix outside of the game, right? So in this case, you went Ashe, and you took Exhaust and Lethal Tempo. You took Exhaust, Lethal Tempo, and secondary runes you took Biscuit Delivery with Approach Velocity. Okay.
Mhm.
Can you tell me the reasoning why you took Exhaust?
I think versus uh, Bane versus another carry with Yumi, we can punish because it's like a one person, So if we focus on a target and we kill him fast, we can kill also a Yumi in at least in lane. I can also uh, kite better the Kha'Zix if he gets ahead, but in this case, exhaust. I think that's the reason, but what is that a good reason to take exhaust? Will you go other summoner maybe?
Okay. So you said that because they only have one primary damage dealer in the lane, in this case it's the Vayne, you took Exhaust, which is a pretty good reason. And I personally would also have taken Exhaust in this matchup because
Mm.
they can never trade against you if you have it. You will win
Yeah.
all trades. But even if you didn't have Exhaust, you will win all trades because they're Vayne Yumi and you are Ashe Zyra, right?
Mm.
So in which case, when would you want to take heal? Uh, it will be when they have a much stronger bot lane duo, right? For example, if it's maybe Vayne Karma, then the Karma is also dealing a lot of damage, and she might even take exhaust. Um, and if you don't have heal, then you might get way too low and not able to trade against Vayne Karma anymore because both of them are doing damage, right?
Mm.
So it's not like you should go exhaust every game, right? Exhaust is more of a, as in this case, situational summoner spell, but it's a good choice here because it's only the Vayne doing damage, and Vayne doesn't really do that much in the lane because you outrange her as and Zyra outranges her as well. So I think the choice of exhaust is okay here. Um,
Mm.
Either way, even if you took heal, you should win the lane because you have such a
Yeah.
strong support. But yeah, that is fine. So let's take a look at the runes. Lethal Tempo. Um, so why did you take Lethal Tempo?
Well, with Ash and the Q, I can literally run it down them, with my passive.
Mm-hmm.
I can like permahit, 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 and Syra should not fail at all
Mm-hmm.
the route, and I also shouldn't fail my routes with my passive.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a pretty standard run with Ash.
I agree. Yeah. So.
I
Mm-hmm.
also saw Ash with foot, but I really prefer her with lethal tempo.
Yeah, I think Lethal Tempo is the right choice here.
But
Mm-hmm.
uh, maybe I could have gone cut down. Maybe, don't you think?
Cut down. So instead of Coupe de Grace.
Yeah, because I think Karma will make a bit of HP. Catholics will do also maybe Black Cleaver. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
and and Shen will be the only tank of their team. But actually, well, now that I'm thinking, actually, it is not that. It is a good option actually,
Hmm.
because they have like for um, I don't know, but actually cut down is a really good room. But I don't know. What do you think about Coop Grace and cut down? When to take it and when don't?
Well, in this case, I wouldn't take cut down because they only have one tank in their team who will have more than 40%. I don't know how cut down actually works. If it's there's a certain certain amount of HP that needs to be over you in order for you to do more damage than them, right? In this case, the only one who would actually do that might be Shen. Karma and Kha'Zix will get some tanky items maybe. I don't know if Karma's take Rod of Ages because she took the Inspiration Rune as well, or maybe as you said, Kha'Zix might take Black Cleaver. But they after that they won't really take any more tank items, and I think
Hmm.
it's for you since you have Zara as your support, and what you want to do is you want to get ahead in lane for having the priority already. Um, and the best way for you to do that is to harass as much as possible. And once they get low enough, you want to be able to kill them, right? In this case, Coup
Hmm.
de Grace is fine. So when do you want to take cut down, right? Well, it's simple. It's when the enemy has more than one tank. So if they have like Shen and maybe their jungler is Zac or maybe Sejuani or Trundle, then you want to take cut down in that case.
All right.
Yeah. Um, Coup de Grace wouldn't do much good, especially in the late game, because the people who will be in front of you is going to be the Shen, and if there is a Zac, the Zac, right? And you will be mostly dealing damage to those tanks who are in front of you. So Cut Down would be the much better rune if they are there. But since there's only Shen, I would say Coup de Grace is a fine choice here.
Okay. Okay.
Right? And then you took Biscuit Delivery and Approach Velocity. Now, usually, what secondary runes do you go on Ashe other than these?
I saw some people take sorcery and Nimbus Cloak and Torment, but
Mm-hmm.
uh, like for example, if we go Ash and Brown, maybe that's 100% approach velocity, for example. But uh, I think in this situation, I want approach velocity because with the lethal tempo, I really want to run it down, versus Bane and Yumi.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, that's more or less the reason. And also, why I take biscuits is because I don't really see the boots. No, maybe. I mean, I really want to have the priority in lane and win the first levels and punish them because they are paying Yumi. I mean, we really we really need to punish them with Ash and Sire. So I want to have a sustain on lane with mana.
Mm-hmm. That's yeah.
That,
Everything you said there is absolutely correct. These are the two runes that you should go as Ashe. The only case where you won't go these two runes, and you will take instead the what's that rune called? Transcend? Was it not Transcendence? The one that makes you
Nimbus
fast
Cloak.
after you use your summoner spell.
Nimbus Cloak.
Nimbus Cloak, right? Nimbus Cloak and approach, not approach velocity. What's the other one called?
Torment.
Celerity, was it called?
Torment. Torment. No.
No, I think it was called Celerity. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that make
Yeah.
you fast after you use a summoner spell. The only case where you want to use those runes instead, would be if you cannot punish in lane and when you're gonna have a hard time surviving, right? Which in this case, you don't really have that many threats, I would say.
Mm.
If let's say your top side of the map was swapped between the two teams, so now you are against Echo, Elise, and Tryndamere. Now that's really scary for an Ashe, right? You
Yeah,
you will
totally.
yeah you will in that case want to take the Nimbus Cloak because
Yeah.
Echo comes in and you pop the exhaust on him and you want to be able to move out from him. Same with the Tryndamere, at least to some extent as well. But in this case, because the enemy is Shen, Kha'Zix, and Karma, which are not that much of a threat to you, I would say only the Kha'Zix is the biggest threat, but you have Zyra there for you. And these two rune choices are perfect. So I think overall, the rune choices that you want is
Mm.
great. Maybe another creative rune that you might think about maybe is Hail of Blades Ashe, if you want to give it a try. And
Oh, we.
yeah, Hail of Blades Ashe is just another creative rune you might want to try someday if you're feeling fun.
Mm.
If you're feeling
Happy game.
spicy, because just think about it. You use Halo Blades and you already have your Q active stacked, right? And you can start firing
Holy,
away.
holy.
And because they're constantly slowed, those three first attacks will deal a lot of damage. I've actually tried Ashe support with Halo Blades. It's kind of a fun pick, but yeah. Anyways, enough about the
Hmm.
runes. Yeah, we'll get into the gameplay now. So
Now we are telling the list that we cannot leash because we really want the priority of playing the first level,
oh, I see.
but she maybe gets a bit tilted.
I think, I don't know if you don't want to leash in this case because, as you said, she might get tilted because she needs to start red instead of starting blue. And
Oh, no,
even,
no, no, she's actually starting blue.
oh, I see. Never mind. Once more, I spoke too soon. All right, we'll fast forward this a bit.
Hmm.
So at least I see. So she's starting blue, but you guys decided not to leash.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of problems here. I think the one is Elise might get tilted because now she's jungling slower than the Kha'Zix, and I think both champions, Kha'Zix and Elise, have like kind of similar clear speeds with each other. By the time Kha'Zix completes red, blue, and the Gromp, and then I don't know, maybe he goes to Scuttle. It's the same time for Elise, but this makes it so that Elise goes slower than the Kha'Zix. And the other problem is because you arrived in lane like this, everyone knows where Elise is now. Oh wait a minute. No, never mind. Sorry, that's not true.
Mm.
They would now think that she's in red, but in actuality she's in blue. And that's funny because Tryndamere didn't appear in lane. And wait a minute, did he get a?
Yeah, he
He
appeared.
he
He
got
one v
solo killed.
one. Yeah.
He got solo
At some
killed
point.
by a TP Shen when he had Ignite and Lethal Temple. Okay, that's that's fine.
Welcome to Diamond 2.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, the first thing is I don't think it's necessary for you to come to lane without leashing because even if Vayne and Yumi are here first, you and Zyra have such a stronger level 1 than Vayne and Yumi. You have your W, the volley, this one,
Mhm.
and then Zyra has probably taken Q first
Yeah.
in order to take the lane priority. So even if you arrive late, the minions will get these three first minions you see here, they will get low at the same time, and then you can just use your volley to take all of them once you come here. And I'm not too sure if Vayne and Yumi are going to play aggressive, but I don't think they will, because it's not a matchup they can win at level 1. It's not a matchup they can win at level 2 either, and not at level 3. So when do they start winning? Well, when the laning phase is over. They do not
Mhm.
win no matter what against Ashe Zyra. This is just a hell matchup for them. So I think it would have been okay for you to leash anyways. Um, so that you don't tilt your jungler. But you know, this is also okay. I think there's not a big problem with this, considering your Elise is probably going to play towards top side. I think it's
Yeah,
fine. Yeah. So you come here already, and good poke.
I go probably like auto attack, but I had to farm the melees.
Mm-hmm.
They double guarded the bush,
Mm-hmm. All right.
which is fun.
Yeah. Um. See, the thing is, you saw how you used your volley over here, and then you didn't get anyone, right?
Yeah.
And the thing with volley is that it costs 70 mana, and you don't have that much mana, right? By the time you use this skill, 2 more times, you're gonna run out of all mana, right? In that case, make sure that your volley, hits. Try to use it in a more conservative way. So,
Mm.
yeah, don't try to fire it, especially in the earlier levels. Not carefully. You need to be very careful about your mana usage. I think I mentioned this in our previous VOD review as well. How even when you're playing Syndra, her Q is also 60 mana, I believe, and if you use it not carefully in the early levels, that can prevent you from doing better in the lane.
Hmm. Well, actually, I didn't know it was 70 mana. Holy, I thought it was just maybe 50.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive, right? In terms of mana. So,
But when I level up, is the same amount or maybe?
well,
Well, we will see.
yeah. So you level up Q, and then this is good. You've established lane priority. Now you're slowly pushing the wave.
But we crashed this wave. The wave. I mean, we maybe could crash with the third wave, or it was. Don't you think?
Ah, so you're asking if we can crash the third wave, right? Well,
Yeah.
we'll have to see from the beginning again. I noticed you missed 2 minions there. Try not to
I
miss any
mean,
minions.
that's delusional, but I mean, it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Uh, the reason why sometimes your minion wave crashes too quickly is because you harass, right? And if you harass, the minions will start attacking you. And if they attack you, then your minions will stay alive and they won't go down, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because I get the aggro of minions, no?
Mm-hmm. I think in this case, it would.
Yeah,
No, I don't think
very
you
much.
could have. Yeah. See, you. This is fine, having this lane state and throwing your volley at Ashe, and then Zara just keeps on poking. This is totally fine. Yeah, the third wave is here, so there probably wouldn't have been a chance for you to collect all of those waves and then crashing them to the turret. And that's
Hmm.
that's okay. I mean, that is like the ideal scenario, but it can't always be like that, right? And I think if you want it to be that way, then you should not harass at level 1, because then if you harass at level 1, the minions will start attacking you, and then your minions will keep on attacking the enemy minions. and it will
Mm,
actually push the wave much faster. But you do want to harass at level 1, right? Because you're Zyra Ashe, right? You want to punish them as much as possible at all times in the lane.
yeah.
So this is whatever happened in here, no problem at all. This is totally fine.
Okay, perfect, perfect.
Hmm.
So we grasp this wave. Maybe it will be good if we just have vision on our side. You know.
So you mean like have some wards around here?
No, I mean, like, I want you to see the game like as I did. So we could maybe just have the vision of our side of the map. You know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Give me a moment.
So maybe we don't. If I die to a gank,
Oh,
we
right,
don't make
right.
it too obvious.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sorry about that. Hmm.
So we actually crashed the wave.
Hmm.
We are playing for the plate and we get it.
So,
We really poked her.
so this is really good. This is everything you expect out of Ashe and Zyra. The one
Hmm.
thing you should note though is because you're in comms with your support, I'm guessing that your support told you where Kha'Zix is at the moment, right?
They are fighting on river. You
Yes.
say?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if he didn't see that, then you should be the one seeing it. And you know that Kha'Zix is dead now, right? It showed up here. But if you didn't see that he was dead, then you might have, played a little bit more carefully, or you might have not harassed as much, right? So another thing is, I just want to make sure that your map your map awareness is also on uh, at the top level, so that you don't miss the location of the jungle. The location of the jungle is very important when you're playing aggressive lanes. Because if you play too aggressive and then Kha'Zix comes from behind, I think it's a really bad situation for you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
especially for Zyra. I think Zyra is extremely vulnerable to assassins like Kha'Zix. So yeah, just take note of where the enemy jungler is. But so far, very very good. Of the lane is going perfectly, I think.
Yeah, that's why I really want to learn and pay attention to my Ashe E, So I really want. I don't want to okay, that's a really good trade-off. Holy shit!
Very nice. That's as much as you could have done. Very nice. Now they don't have heal.
Yeah.
Now, Kha'Zix is dead, and where do you think he would go up now? Where do you think he will
Uh,
path from? If he was here right now, where do you think he will go?
he should go pathing top to bot, maybe.
Top and then to bot like this?
Probably no, because the way I think that fight that was for the crab at 315. No?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Um, and I think he has to go to the top crab now.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So knowing this information, let's see how it goes.
I mean, it's easy to say now, but maybe in the game I wasn't paying that attention. But
No, it's okay.
And it's really good the lethal tempo to take the priority of the lane because I can maybe W or maybe out attack them and insta push the wave.
Hmm.
It's really helpful
So right, you notice that Zara is pinging for assistance in your lane right now, right?
because we want to create a gigantic wave with the next wave, and we want to crash it and want to dive, but no.
Right. Um, and also it's because if you're going to do that, you don't want Kha'Zix to show up behind you, right? And
Yeah.
I'm sure your support has noticed that something is going on. But because you're Ashe, you have the best thing in the world, which is your hook shot. This thing will allow you to know where Kha'Zix is at the moment, which means that you don't have to go up here to ward, or you don't have to go up here to ward this area because you have your hook shot. And that will give you time to just keep on harassing them instead of walking up here. Because right now, you really want to um, set up the lane and not waste any time doing it, right?
Hmm.
But I see that you took 2 points in your volley, and the mana cost on your volley doesn't go down. Apparently, it stays at
Oh,
70. Yeah. And I think at level 3, you should definitely get the hawkshot instead of taking 2 points to volley. It's just having vision on the enemy jungler in the early game is very, very useful.
hmm. Okay, I'll take that on account. I mean, I probably level up at level 4, but I think that's I think that's primordial a skill with not only with Ashe, I mean with any champion, like knowing where the jungler is will allow you to play maybe more aggressive, maybe more defensively, or maybe put a ward. I don't
Yeah,
know, but
yeah, right. And because you think that he's around here, right? And
hmm,
because you think he's around here, then you can start playing more aggressive. But what if he was a crazy person? Like there's a lot of crazy people in Korean solo queue where they'll just completely like not go here and they will like start heading towards bot lane. I don't know why they do that. They lose a lot of resources doing that, but it's possible. And I think also in professional play, the junglers because they know so much about the game, they do really crazy things like that, right? It's kind of like a cheese play.
hmm,
So if you don't want to get cheesed in this scenario, then you need to have the hawk shot to check where Kha'Zix is, and all you need to do is send the arrow around here, like diagonally like this, so that you can see all of the camps on the blue side, and also can see all of the camps in the red side. Um, but anyways, let's see how it goes after you push this wave, and then we will check on where Kha'Zix is. Because I can see you're getting pretty low here from all
hmm.
the harass that you're trying to put. I think another important skill you should have is try not to get low while harassing, keeping your HP while taking them down. Yeah.
So she really wants to get the cannon. She get it.
Okay. So everyone's pinging you like we don't know where Kha'Zix is, right? Why don't we take a look where he is now?
This top side.
He
Okay.
is in top side right here. Now, because we see that he is on top side, then, well, this is from the blue side's perspective, but you don't know where he is, right? And Elise is
Hmm.
currently pinging you that he might be around here. And, this is very dangerous. I think in general, this can go quite badly if you're not careful. Um,
Yeah, I noticed.
yeah, you don't know where Karma is either. Karma could have rotated bot lane. Not through the scuttle because there's a skull crab, but maybe through here. she could have rotated bot lane, and then Kha'Zix could have come together with her and then ganked you from behind. This in general should not happen considering you're playing Ashe. Because you're playing Ashe, you want to have this, available in the early levels, right? I think dying early is more important than dying later in the game because it sets up the pace of the game. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean some of the solo queue games depends on the early game actually,
Right,
and the mentality of the players.
exactly. So I recommend that you always take Hawkshot at level 3 instead of waiting for I don't know when you will take it, but it's just very useful to know where anyone is at the moment, right? Especially if you're going to play so aggressively here, because you want to take the turret plates.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought that I will level up at 4, but I see that maybe I really hope I level up at least at 5.
Mm-hmm.
I hope,
Let's
but
hope.
I will really take that on account. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a really important skill.
Mm-hmm. So you see they're going aggressive here, and look, if Kha'Zix and Karma were behind you, you would have been dead 100%. And I think both of you probably didn't know where either of them is at the moment. And if you see Vayne going that aggressive right now, it should be like a serious red flag, right? It should be telling you they're going aggressive, there's something wrong. Maybe they have backup, right?
Yeah.
That should be the thought that is coming to you right now. Because you don't see them. And yeah, that's why you guys start to back, right? Because it's a very dangerous situation and you can no longer harass anymore.
But that could happen a bit earlier
Mm-hmm.
when they like went aggressive. But we
Mm-hmm.
have vision on karmas and Catholics, but before we didn't. So maybe we could have died there.
Right. So yeah, just take into account the vision in the early game. Just
Mm.
be careful about that. So I guess we can fast forward this a bit. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, maybe he was trying to like cut backs, but I didn't see at all.
Yeah, maybe he was trying to cut their backs, but it's really risky to do it as Zara alone. But this is not about your support, this is about you.
Hmm. So they get Drake with
So they get
those.
Drake, yes.
That's unfortunate. The melees.
Mm-hmm. So you look at the CS from Vayne. She's 42 and you're currently 45. She's doing amazingly well against you guys. Um, she
But
managed to not lose a lot of CS.
it is more of me because I maybe could have gone like 60 CS, but I really lost on that wave and the first levels. I think.
I see. But that's okay. CSing it's fine. You can work on that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, I really need to play more games, more games, more games.
mm-hmm,
I'll perfectly, I'll do perfectly.
mm-hmm.
So I pink that bush, so I allow the elite to come here. But
Wow, wait a minute. I'm surprised they weren't able to see her.
what do you mean?
So she went through the alcove, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just surprised that they didn't spot her around here. Maybe it wasn't
Oh,
in vision.
No, not at all. I mean, that's like I don't know. It's like booked, but it is. I don't know.
Hmm.
She can do that.
Okay. So now you guys are just like, oh, oh, that's so.
Yeah.
Oh, oh. Okay, you have to run away.
Yeah. I mean, I have flash and exhaust, but
Mhm.
I mean, it is okay that only my support dies. But I mean, that cocoon was really important, but it is fine.
Mhm.
Just a mistake from others. So it doesn't depend on me.
Mhm.
I have my ult in right now. I think. Yeah.
You throw your ultimate, and it lands. Yumi blocks the shot. She exhausts. Hmm. What do you think went wrong?
I think I split the match too much. Don't you think? Because I think literally I three autos on Bane and then swap to to Yumi when she was on the Cocoon stream. But I should like immediately deal the damage on Yumi because I think that's our like target. I think.
Well,
I
I
mean,
I
not
think.
at all our
Mhm.
target, but she cocoon her, but so I have to instantly swap the target.
I think even if you focused on one target, it wouldn't have been enough damage to kill either of them. Um,
Hmm.
so I think the thing that went wrong here is you guys didn't have enough damage to take them down, and I think it would have been better if you waited for your support and then throw in your arrow.
Hmm.
Hmm. So we
I
can go
mean,
back a bit and see what happened.
I don't know who made the call, but I mean, she really wanted. But I can say, hey, my support is coming here in 5 seconds. You can wait. You know,
Hmm.
I can ping it, but I think that's a fail from me also.
So they're here, and they already spot the Elise. They know she's there.
Oh, yeah, they really know.
Hmm. And I think she uses the blast cone to get over here. But they see her here as well. So they're already prepared to deal with this. And then Yumi is prepared to block the shot. Then, you know, you're not in range for the Vayne anymore. And then they exhaust you. I think what would have been best if you just backpinged the Elise here. Because
Hmm.
your support was about to come. And I'm sure that the enemy bot lane wouldn't have left the lane because they really want to push this minion wave and then go home, right? So if you just waited for your support and told Elise either to not come at all or wait for her and then thrown your arrow, then this would have probably worked. But because it was there isn't enough damage to kill the both of them with what you guys have, it wasn't enough, and then Kha'Zix came as well. This guy's pretty pretty smart, I would say. Coming at this timing, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good flash from you. You need to get away from there.
I mean, it's fine,
Hmm.
although, but I actually started the fight, so I should do like if I don't see. The well, I think my W could have gone better, but it's fine. I could push it in 8 better, I think. Or maybe my super could maybe wait his 6. Or, yeah, I
Oh,
could probably position it. I don't know.
this is fine. I don't think you could have killed them either. You guys just had that minion wave to not. This minion wave would not allow you to really throw your volley, anyways. So this is okay. You forced them out of lane. Yumi is running out of mana, so this is fine.
We want now to wait the wave and now crash it,
Mm-hmm.
I suppose. Yeah. They want to drain. Now our echo is coming, so we want to dive with
Yes.
our 2 waves.
Yes, this is very good.
And she trolled.
Alright.
But she couldn't run away.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Now they lose all of those minions.
Yeah, and we get a whole turret.
Okay. Oh, did you guys get the entire turret?
Yeah.
Oh
Without,
shit.
Herald. at 10 minutes.
Wow, wow. This
Just
is
playing with waves, you know?
this is really bad from them. Oh my goodness.
And we are waiting now to see lose the wave and then we kill the turret.
Nice. Perfect, perfect.
So I probably have like 2 levels ahead, maybe. Nah, well, just 1 level and a half, maybe.
But what's important is you've gotten so much gold out of that turret, right? And
Yeah.
oh, it
And
looks
now
like you guys are.
we are. This is my super score,
Mhm.
but I think we lost so much tempo here. He told me that, but it's fine.
Very nice arrow. I think you should kill her here, right?
Yeah, we kill her.
Okay. I mean, I don't think you've lost that much tempo. This is totally fine.
Yeah, if we kill her, yeah, it is really nice.
If you didn't kill her though, that would be a different story. But you managed to do it, so this is completely fine.
She has ult and maybe can run away, but it went fine. And I don't know which item do I have. Okay, I have both. both.
So now what do you want to do, right? You have a Bork. You guys are probably heading towards Dragon, right?
Yeah, we are telling the Echo that he should go side lane, and we want to be mid lane. But if they kill them, does my jungler have a hero?
I don't know actually. Let me check.
Okay.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, the enemy actually.
Yeah.
So if Echo doesn't want to be silent, well, we have to go silent because he don't wanna swap, so it's fine.
You know,
we still play the game.
You said you wanted to go mid lane, right? So you two wanted to go to the mid lane to take this turret down, right?
Yeah.
I think it's much better if you guys actually rotate towards the top lane. And a lot of bot laners who have already taken down the turret before 14 minutes, they usually do this. So why do you want to do it? Why do you want to go top lane instead of mid lane? Well, it's simple. It's just there's too many angles for you to get fucked. Yeah. If you go in the top lane, the only realistic way for Kha'Zix to come, for example, is through the river, right? He's not gonna go through this darkish area, mostly because Echo has such incredible wave clear. He probably already has his proto belt at this point, and because he has wave clear, he's also going to, he's probably gonna ward around this area. So this area is all yours at this moment, since you guys already won your lane. And Zyra is also going to ward around this area, so you can see this yellow color. That area is in your control. But if you push from the mid lane, you have to focus in two areas now, right? You have to focus here and here. And there's so many ways that the enemy jungler can come from, right? He can go through here, or he can go through here. He can go through the lane as well. He can go from behind if he wants to. He may like hop over this wall, over the herald wall, and then go from behind. What other ways are there? He can go through the dragon and then go here, and then go from behind. Yeah, it's just very unsafe.
Hmm.
So it's better for you if you've already pushed the turret. You guys should move towards top, and then Tryndamere or Echo, either is fine. I think Tryndamere should go bot lane, and you guys can take the remaining turret plates
Uh,
here.
it also depends on what's the next objective, no? I mean, if the Drake spawns in 1 minute or Herald spawns in 1 minute, you know?
Right. In terms of objectives, I think because the Herald at this point is not going to spawn, right? If you've noticed, Kha'Zix already took the Herald like a few minutes ago, and the next Herald will spawn after 14 minutes, right?
Hmm.
So it won't be as useful anymore if you fight for that Herald. Also, because both of you guys already took one dragon, the third dragon is honestly very not that useful. You can give it up. You can give up the third dragon for turret plates. This is worth a lot more gold than the dragon.
Yeah.
Um, so, based on the objectives, as you said, I don't think that's too much of an issue here. The only case where it should be an issue is if you push the turret really early, like at 8 minutes, for example. Yeah, and then the herald is spawning around that time. Then, yeah, in that case, you will want to go top lane, right? But let's say maybe your jungler took the second dragon at 10 minutes. If he took the second dragon at 10 minutes, then the third dragon will come at 15 minutes, right? And if it comes at 15 minutes and you guys are top lane, then yeah, that there can be an issue with that. But in this game, because both of you guys, the state of the objectives is not really that much of an issue here, right?
Yeah, I mean, for example, we make that type of swap of with the top laner with a Chayarakan game, you know, where we took the turrets way earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So, but for example, in this case, we should go top lane because we actually took Drake in 30 seconds ago, no?
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Just a few seconds ago, yeah.
So I mean, and also Tryndamere is going to the lane. So 30 seconds before, we could say Tryndamere, hey, you have to go bot lane, and we are taking plates. I mean, we can also use the chat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we can communicate with the Tryndamere and tell him that, and Shen will not do nothing against that. I mean, he has to concede our turret plates.
Yes, and also another thing is it will be very useful for Tryndamere to actually lane swap because you can see that he's losing the lane actually, and he's losing turret plates as well to Shen. So if you guys go and make this Shen's life miserable, then this will also help your Tryndamere. He will feel very happy about this, and the Shen will feel very sad. So the correct choice here would not to be in the bot lane, but to be in the top lane right now, getting those turret plates. Okay? So
Okay.
so next time, once you've pushed the turret really quickly, just think about which lane you should go to next, and most of the time it will be the top lane. All right.
Perfect. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I also take on account in my solo queue games,
Hmm?
so
What'd you
it's
say?
fine. I
Sorry, I didn't
mean,
catch that.
we I am playing in this account Dioku, so I can uh, use the that information in also my solo queue games and write on chat and
Yes. Yes.
not having communication with also support.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. I think the IRO here.
She has cleanse now, right? Yeah. It wasn't going to work.
Yeah,
Um.
but we
Mhm.
hope it. So it will be really good for the next fight.
Right. The issue here, though, is what's going to happen next.
Here get the guy. And they really use all of their resources, but we actually did. We also did. So I don't know. Uh,
Well,
I don't know if this trade is really good. Maybe I think.
it's not. Short answer, but this is not a worthy trade. Um, because you're playing Ashe and you're against Vayne, any additional time you give Vayne to scale up is lost time for you, right? Um, what you want to do as Ashe is you want to stay ahead as much as possible without letting the Vayne ever, sneak her way back into the game, right? If you give up a kill like that, that means lost time and pressuring the map. Um, so this is not worth. I think Zara might live here, but even if she does live, I don't think it's worth. I think you guys should have just probably gone mid lane after you push that wave, and then taken down these turret plates, and then just safely back off, right? Um,
Hmm.
I think you dying there is not really worth. If you could have taken the Vayne without dying, then it is, but not really in this case. Yeah. And also it was just there's so much you had to commit to, right? You used your exhaust, you used your ultimate, and your support had to use everything she had. Yeah, it was just, yeah, too much committed here.
Right. Right.
hmm Just make sure to kind of play more smartly, I would say. Yeah, not more
Here get the
carefully. There's a difference between that.
yeah.
Okay.
So now we are going mid lane. Mm-mm. Hope we can take the third place from mid lane. Oh yeah, I think we actually take the whole turrets before. No. I use my E, so because Kha'Zix respawn like 30 seconds ago,
Mm-hmm.
get the turret.
That is
That's
very
perfect.
good.
We really opened the map,
Mm-hmm.
and now being silent. But I see Yumi, so I have to be careful
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to 1v1 and then get surprised and it is, oh, it's Yumi here
Yeah.
and save her.
You know, do you think you can solo kill Vayne?
With a nice arrow her touching my turret. I think I actually, yeah,
If Yumi wasn't there, you think you can do it?
yeah, totally.
I don't know about that actually. It might be kind of hard. One of the reasons why is because her flash is available now. And this flash for Vayne changes everything. Because let's say you're just like trading with her. Let's say she's here. Let's say she's here. And you're trading with her just normally. One mechanic she can do is use her E. You know her E pushes you, right?
Yeah,
So
she can flash
yeah, and then she can flash
the
here,
direction.
and then she can stun you here, and then because she has Halo Blades, she does a shit ton of damage with her ultimate as well, and that can really turn the fight, I would say. Also, she would have invisibility, so it's hard for you to auto attack her too without your exhaust.
Yeah,
Um,
if she's hitting the turret, and I imagine like walking by the tree bush and stun her with my ultimate. But if she just run away, I will not. I mean, in a in a in a in a in a part of the lane where there is no turrets and minions, she will win for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I mean, in this situation, I think it is better for me to take the minions and then let's see.
Mhm,
But yeah, I know that mechanic.
mhm. Just be aware of it.
So they are doing things on top.
Mhm.
Mm,
So it looks like you're
Oh,
moving
they
mid.
put her on me. Yeah.
Very nice. Excellent.
Yep. Pretty good actually,
Mhm.
because I get double kill, and maybe that's second item for me. Maybe
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can. Oh, you're 2,000 gold ahead of Vayne. Wow.
Yeah.
So now the Shen is pressured to help his team, right? He's been winning the lane against Tryndamere, but now he's gonna die here, and now the enemy has no winning lane.
He was actually he actually won the 1v1 at level 1. You remember?
Yeah,
He was 2 levels ahead. Actually, I feel so bad for him.
yeah, he is in Elo Hell. It's because he met you and your support.
You saw that? I mean, she eat the stone from Eiko.
Yeah.
Pretty random. We take the turret, but it is too early to take the inhibitor. Don't you think? In this situation.
No, I think it's fine. I mean, Karma's dead, right? And Vayne is top lane. It would have been fine because I think Tryndamere is well. Yeah,
But we give like free. Okay, this is so troll. Our play of on yellow is so troll because Drake is going to respawn in 30 seconds. We are doing things on top side. I mean, we should get the. Well, this is so unfortunate.
oh, this is
But
this is very unfortunate.
don't you think the correct play is
Inhibitor?
getting the turret down, maybe inhibitor actually, and then recall to reset to the Drake? No.
Well, the correct play would have, yes, as you said, either take the inhibitor or just recall. One of the two.
Mm.
Coming here is 100% the wrong play because even if you did, let's say you killed the Kha'Zix here and then you're still fighting with these two, Karma and Shen. You have to take notice of the Vayne and Yuumi here, right? They just solo killed your Tryndamere a while ago and they will move downwards. So no matter how you see it, this is the wrong play. And as I said, you don't have to play more carefully, you just have to play more smartly. You can go for these plays, but this wasn't the one, right? This is just too risky. So
Yeah.
the correct play would have, been to take this inhibitor, because Vayne and Yuumi were topside, and then Karma was dead, so only Kha'Zix and Shen would have come to take this down. And if Elise and Echo didn't want to take this inhibitor, I think Echo was too low. That's fine. Then you can just recall. But this can cost you a lot. So
Yeah.
try to not make mistakes like this. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, it was like also my support call, but for example, in this exact situation,
Mm-hmm.
I can say no, no, no. Drake is spawning soon, so we really need to recall.
Mm-hmm.
For
Mm-hmm.
example, in a team, I need to be aware from that type of things, like if someone makes a wrong call, maybe well, I think in a team it's really
It's
uh,
extremely important. If you feel like something will not work out, then you
hmm,
should be vocal about it, right? You cannot just leave all of the shot calling to your support. He might know better than you in some areas, but if you think this will not work, and this was his call, right? And I'm sure that after he watches this game, he will feel like, I'm sorry, that was the wrong call to make. But there are no excuses when you're in the game, right? You have to make the right decision at the right time. So in this case, you really need to um, think for yourself and see, if this is not the right call, then this is not the right call, and we should back off.
yeah, totally.
hmm So I guess I don't know if you're afraid to speak out to him. um, are you?
No, I mean, I I told him, I mean, I have never like play Dioku like this try hard and
Oh, I
like
see. Yeah.
communicating so much.
hmm
So, I mean, we are making so much. I mean, we are every day we make like a daily objective, like three daily objectives,
hmm
and it is, for example, when we made the 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 lesson from before,
hmm
our lesson.
hmm
And I say, okay, I want a daily objective. Like I really need to worry about the vision, so I have to buy things and put it.
Did you buy
Uh,
pinks? Oh, you did. Yeah,
yeah,
I actually wasn't checking in the early game, but I'll believe that you did buy them. It's fine.
actually, that game about like Control War 4.
Four. All right.
So,
Passable. Yeah.
I'm a little worrying about that type of things. Um, for example, a daily objective that I really want to focus is like communicating. I mean, like useful info, like CDs, what I want to do. I mean, for example, we are like Sibir versus Ashe, for example, and I want to say, okay, I want to get gold to have my BFS word so I can win the lane priority versus head because I push the wave instant with my BF sword and Q and W, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So I really need to be more vocal. So I'm not afraid. So as you said, but I'm like I need to detect like the information I want to make. I mean, I really need more games with someone and talk in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like our eighth day, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm. No problem. No problem.
So Echo is getting so much time, so we actually respawn, and
Wow.
they didn't make Drake, so it's really nice for us. And then
Shen has left the game.
okay, that is like okay,
I mean,
but he actually comes back, right? But I don't know.
That's bad manners from Shen.
So he got tilted, but it's fine. I mean, for example, from that play, we get my second item, which is Runan, and it is really nice to push waves
I'm just
and when
wondering, in EU West, how many games do you have where, people just leave your games at like 5 or 10 minutes? Do you have that, like those
wow.
games?
I mean, for example, in Korea, it is like so common. No?
It's like 2 out of 10 games. How is it in
Holy shit!
Europe West?
For example, in the West, well, for example, in this case, maybe 2 of 30.
Two out of
I would
30 games.
at least in our projects. I think maybe this Shen has left. I don't know. He come back, but I actually didn't met. Oh well, I met an intern today because with Israel he tilted a bit because we were uh, uh, stomping him. So he decided to throw the game by his own.
Well,
But
I'm not talking about trolling though. Like talking about
okay,
just AFK.
yeah, just FK. Well, actually, I would say yeah, that's maybe 1 of 30 actually.
That's very
At
good.
least,
That is very good. I'm so
yeah.
happy that at least in some continent out there, they don't have to experience what I go through, where I have like 2 out of 10 games just open mid.
I mean, that ratio is so much. I think.
Yeah, that's
I
very
mean,
unfortunate.
I don't really pay attention at all, but wow, okay, that's so much.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you for letting me know about that.
Yeah.
It makes me feel kind of sad, but it's fine. Let's
Hmm.
go back into the review. I think, you know, this is so you just died here, right? And I think at this point you guys are playing a little bit too overconfident, right? Because
Yeah.
you guys are, like you're getting ahead and you're getting the drakes. Um, you know, but if you look at the kill score, it's pretty similar, and they're only 4K down behind. And I think from here on, you really have to play much more carefully if you want to close out the game. And I think that's exactly what you do, like in a few seconds here. I think this Baron fight will decide everything.
Hmm.
So let's see how this goes.
So literally, we are just making Baron because we took the inhibitor. Oh, we took it before, but it's fine. My arrows goes per.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't look like they are in a position to contest, so they just give it up.
Hmm. We just got the game, I think, instantly. So
Interesting flash.
yeah, I mean, I maybe could follow from bottom pathing, but
So yeah, it's just fine. Good flash. You need to run away from there.
yeah, he shouldn't throw because he counts nothing.
Very nice.
Well, that second kill from Karma, it's so sad.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so from what I've saw in that game, there's just a couple of things that I want you to take note of, and I guess it's the ability of Ashe, right? Her hawk shot is
Yeah.
very important when finding out where the enemy jungler is, especially if you want to play aggressively. And I
Yeah.
think the other one, the other part is using your skills more carefully. Like your volley costs quite a lot of mana, and you don't want to overuse it, or else you will run out of mana in trades. But because it's Vayne Yumi, it's not that difficult. But imagine if you were against Karma Ezreal, for example. Now that is much harder to punish, right?
Hmm.
And in that case, you want to conserve your mana as much as possible so that you never are in a situation where you guys are fighting and then, oh shit, I don't have mana for my Q anymore, right?
Yeah.
hmm And yeah, and take note of if you push the turret at bot lane really quickly, like you did in this game, you can rotate either top or mid, but most of the case, it would be better to rotate towards top lane.
I took that on account because I saw that it was like pretty obvious because our top was hard losing top lane. So
hmm
we also could help him, and we also could get like free plates. I mean, it is Kha'Zix. I mean, as you said, he just can come from like maybe two ways, but from mid lane he can come from 10 ways, and maybe five man mid lane.
hmm
And
That's
we can also kill on silent. We can do some stuff from silent.
hmm that's right. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it from this game. So even in the games where you win, there's still a lot that you can take note of.
Yeah.
Mm, and I hope that that this kind of like opens your perspective into how each game can go into, right? Yeah, that's it for today then. If you could, can you summarize what you learned today?
Well, I think the most important thing is uh, the E with Ashe. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
how was it called?
The
The skill
Hawkshot,
Hawkshot. It
Hawkshot. I think it's Hawkshot.
Hawk, Hawksh, Hawkshot.
Yeah.
So it is a really important skill, and actually in the early game, which is I know where the jungler is, so I know how to play the lane, how I can uh, how can I focus my playstyle aggressive, defensively, or if I want to um, ward the tributes, for example, and it is a really important ability. For example, also um, when we are, I mean, of course, our lane Ashe and Syra is, I mean, we are focused on win lane, no? On win priority perma.
Mm-hmm.
So we really need to have a good map awareness, and that's why also my E is really important in this type of lane, because we really want to know where the enemies are. Um, um, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
That's
those are the important points. I think another one is um, this from the last session, but I just want you to keep buying control wards whenever you can. Just saying. 'Cause,
Yeah, totally.
yeah, every time you recall, just have space for more control wards. It never hurts to have them. So yeah. So other than that, I think you've summarized what you learned today very well, and I hope you take these into your next games. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope these days I lost some game, so
Mm-hmm.
we can, because from the lost game we can see more fails, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope you don't lose actually, because um, it will hurt. It will hurt to lose. But even in your wins, like in this game, you will find some things that you can improve on. So I think it's better if you just, keep winning. Keep win as much as possible. Just let me know if you have any games that you think you could have won better.
Okay, well,
Yeah. But other than that,
thank you so much, Jonas.
yes, thank you for coming. I guess I'll see you on Friday. Was it Friday
Yeah,
10:30? All right. I'll see you then. Thank you for coming.